this about upbringing? Because this need for approval, why is it something that is so intrinsic in people right now, that they need to feel like somebody has approved and I need to feel like I'm better than the other person, or I need to be at least at par? Where are we getting this urge for approval?
It comes back. Now, this comes from generational conditioning.
Yeah.
It comes from our conditioning where everyone is striving to be better, not for themselves, but for other people, like Ian said.
Yeah.
And so it comes from our education system.
Yeah.
It comes from our cultural systems. It comes from our traditional systems, where that marker of comparison is how your life is going to be measured.
Yeah.
Whereas it's not going to be measured on what you are or who you are as an individual. I mean, let's take an example of arts and music.
Yeah.
Okay? Arts and music is considered a non-profession. If we look at the past and look at how parents used to view it.
Yeah.
If you want to be a musician or an artist, you're a vagabond, okay? Whereas this is something so beautiful, so colorful. So our entire conditioning system is based on literally crushing a person before they start.
Yeah. But then how do we press the reset button on all this?
We have to change our education systems.
Yeah.
First of all, I mean, really, our education systems have to change.
Yeah.
We have two big mentalities that we have to overcome. One is the poverty mentality. The other one is this whole tribal, etc. thing. And actually, there's a third one, which is the mentality of silence.
Yeah.
You know, children are silenced. They're not allowed to speak. So everything is put in a frame on how they're going to measure up.
Yeah.
So like you have these frames behind you, you know, their framework with the words that they have to match are already ingrained in the mind, and they don't know how to get out of it. So we have to change our entire belief systems. We have to change our education systems.
Yeah.
We have to change the way we perceive life. And we have to understand something, that we're only here for a short time.
Yeah. I like this issue of mentality of silence. How do you change that? Because it's a very tricky balance in that, especially the young people, we've been taught to understand that you don't speak about what you're thinking. You're there to be seen and not to be heard. How do you change that? Because then you're bordering on being disrespectful. Parents tell you there's certain things you're not supposed to say. It doesn't matter how much they hurt you, you just don't say them.
Trevor, it's out of
date.
Yeah?
It's totally out of date.
Yeah.
So if we don't wake up, and if parents don't start understanding that this is no longer possible, and that we cannot carry on that way, it won't change. So the way we have to change. Actually, you know, Trevor, it's going the other way now.
Yeah.
My parents, maybe even your parents and Ian's parents, had that framework.
Yeah.
The new parents today are allowing their children to go the other way, without boundaries, without discipline, actually, to a certain degree.
Yeah.
So we have to find a midway where it's not, you know, we don't have to bring up designer children.
Yeah.
However, we cannot carry on with the past, so we have to find a new way, and a new way is teaching children how to speak, how to allow themselves to express, how to negotiate a conversation, you know, where you imagine that the parents are up here, they're already much taller than the little child.
Yeah.
It took me years to understand this, even with my own kids. It's when they were grown up is when I understood this, okay? And then you're talking down at the children. So they put you on a pedestal.
Yeah.
And for the rest of their lives until they die, they're trying to please the parent. And that figure of authority or parents, which then translates to trying to please the boss, the spouse, the friends, the environment.
So we're always trying to please someone. Ian, you wanted to jump in on